What is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. I am your host, Rob, checking in with y'all today. How are you doing, man? Are you doing all right? Are you feeling okay? Are you handling business? Is the self-care working? Are you engaging in self-care? Have you checked on your strong friend, your weak friend, your family members? Are you promoting positivity? What have you been doing to promote positivity, man? Huh? Listen, man, today we're going to hold that mirror up. I know how some of y'all feel about it. I know. Why we got to hold the mirror up, Rob? Why? Because, man, we need to know what's going on with ourselves. So I posted on social media. And I was like, are you the problem sometimes, you know? Because sometimes it be you, right? No? That's a real question. Like, are you the problem? Let's find out. Man, I missed y'all. I wasn't on last week. I was busy. I went out of town, came bike, went to my old stomping grounds of Charleston, South Carolina, and wow, that place has grown. Charleston, you have you never had a shortage of places to eat, but now it's like you name it, it's freaking there, including the Top Golf. Top Golf is kind of like becoming like the it's like the equivalent of the entertainment version of 7-Elevens or Spink's gas stations. Like, it's crazy. But shout out to everybody who likes, shares, subscribe, man. Thank everyone for tuning in, man. Y'all are showing up and showing out and showing a lot of love for the show, and I greatly appreciate it, man. I love y'all. We got some new things coming. I have finished my cliff notes for my masterclass. I just need to run 3 tests. So I have 3 friends. First of all, I want to shout out Yolanda Gore. Check her out. She has a podcast. Excuse me. She has a podcast called Frank Factualities. So check out Frank Factualities. I'm going to run my little course with her and a couple other people. Reclaiming Sheena, who was just on the show. And then my boy David Hutchison. He was on the show, I think, a year or 2 ago. Got to run my masterclass by them, get some feedback, and tighten that thing up. But we will have a masterclass on how to start your own podcast, man. I want to help people start their podcast with a strong foundation. There have been many times where I just hit a bump in the road and I'm like, all right, what I'm gonna do? And I had no reference point. And now that I have years of experience, I think I'm at, 6-7 years of doing this. I learned a lot, and I want to pass that knowledge down to someone who's just getting started so they can avoid some of the pitfalls that I ran into, because I want people to use their voices. Hopefully you're using your voice responsibly, but I want people to use their voices. And if you get off to a strong start in podcasting, the likelihood is that you'll continue. And that's what I want, man. I want people to do this thing for real and to last. So that masterclass will be coming soon. I got you. Don't forget, we have a new segment on the show. I'm still waiting on submissions, man. Give me your submissions for sharing the experience, man. If you got a wild and crazy story, or if you need some advice, man, email us admin@fmepodcast.com or rob@fmepodcast.com. Tell us your story. We can keep you anonymous. We will share it on the show, and I'll give you my thoughts and share my experiences with those types of situations. We'll even post it on the Instagram group, and we'll also post it in the Facebook groups and get feedback and kind of share that. Maybe we can help some of y'all out, because I know some of y'all need some advice and been going through some stuff. So tap in. Also, if you're a new listener, FME_podcast on Instagram, From My Experience podcast on Facebook, FME_podcast on Fanbase. Fanbase is a Black-owned social media site. Definitely pushing Fanbase. I'm actually in the works of starting to put some exclusive content on Fanbase. I'm going to try to drive most of y'all over there because they let you easily monetize your page and they play fair. Not going to speak on other Instagram platforms, but I know some of y'all like me might probably have noticed that you seeing a bunch of content that you don't follow and that you're not interested in, or if you're on someone's page just looking at their pictures, you're seeing ads and stuff, and it's just like, I can't get jiggy with this anymore. But according to Isaac on Fanbase, the people who follow you will see you. If you got 2 million followers and you post something, it is shown to all 2 million of them. I ain't got that, but so those are a little bit of quick updates, man. Don't really have much in the headlines, but here we go with that. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me pay some bills first.
Hey y'all, it's me. It's Christian Jackson, your favorite licensed therapist. I have a quick question for you, and this is no shade. Are you still stuck in that same dating cycle where you end up making choices that don't reflect who you are because you're turning into basically a chameleon, i.e. you mighty morph into whatever your new man or your new woman wants you to be? And your stomach is dropping and you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're not taking care of yourself. And yes, these are symptoms of anxiety. Relationships are the trigger, and they hard and they sometimes suck. So what do you need? 5 things that I have in the Grace Method where you can find how to move from being anxiously in love to being more confident in your relationships. Not just dating though, folks, because your kids may be walking all over you too, and you need a voice and they need to hear it, right? Come to your Grace Space. I am building a community of like-minded women who want to get together monthly to discuss how to move from being anxiously connected to their relationships to being more confident just in themselves. And this accountability community will include the option of one-on-one therapeutic coaching calls with me, access to experts, and more. Go to couchwithchristian.com. That is couchwithchristian.com. Follow me on IG at couchwithchristian, and I'll see you there.
All right, time for our headlines for real this time. All right, man. Really only a couple very, very quick things. In entertainment news, the NAACP Awards recently took place, man. So I just want to quickly say congratulations to all of the beautiful, wonderful, talented people that won. There's a long list of names. I didn't want to go over it. But if you want more details, you can check them out on their website, NAACP imageawards.net. All right, check them out. Also in entertainment news, one of my favorite shows is back, Snowfall, man. So Snowfall it comes highly recommended. Now I will say it is definitely about, drugs and violence, but it's just so good, and you get to see the inner workings of the business side of being a drug dealer and growing an empire, and then you also get to see what happens when you have conflicts. The creative ways that they solve their conflicts is wild, but they have some great stuff going on, man. So Snowfall is back, man. Are you Snowfall watchers? Y'all get down with the snow? Let me know, man. Also, if you haven't been paying attention, we have been getting hit with some severe weather. Today is March 1st, 2023. Peace, prayers, and blessings to people on the West Coast, man. Yosemite National Park was buried in up to about 15 feet of snow a few days ago, man. California has been getting hard, and that crazy weather has been making its way over to the East Coast. So, according to NBC News, the severe weather moves into the southeast on Friday. So y'all are hearing this Thursday. So that'd be Friday, March 3rd, with Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas in the storm zone. So if you're in the Carolinas, man, and you planning a trip or you want to go somewhere, man, keep an eye on the weather. Please keep an eye on the weather, man. Don't need nothing happening to y'all out there. And then it also says that same wintry mix will hit Chicago, New York, and heavy rain for DC and Philly. So y'all be careful out there in the streets, man. Those are your headlines. All right, so yeah, I'm starting stuff, right? I know. So the name of this episode is "Are You the Problem?" And Uh, that's not to to be negative, okay? So my positive vibe of the week, I gave a huge shout out to my friends and the people around me for making choices that were best for them and moving forward and making big, uncomfortable, scary changes in their lives, because I know how that feels. I've had to do it, and yeah, it's not always fun and it's not always easy. So it made me think, are you the problem? So that's multi-layered. So let's go to the first layer. Basic conflict, whether it be a friendship, romantic relationship, whatever, work relationship, whatever type of connection you have with people. When there's an issue, how often do you evaluate the situation and say, you know what, that's my fault, or I'm the problem here? Nobody likes to take responsibility and blame for their actions, man. It does not feel good. It doesn't. But it's a necessary evil. And it's a necessary evil because if you're not able to, if you're not able to sit back and say, you know what, let me reevaluate myself, reevaluate what I'm doing, how I'm treating people, and what I'm saying, and see if it's me, right? If you don't do that, how can you improve? You're not perfect, right? And it doesn't mean that you are quote unquote toxic. Like for me, I'm a great listener, but I'm not always the best communicator. I would usually give subtle hints or something like that. I wasn't very vocal with what I said, and it led to situations escalating. And I had to later in life really look back and say, well, you blame this other person, but had you just opened your mouth and said something, none of those other things would have happened. So what that taught me was, hey, when you feel some type of way, or you want something, or you have feelings, or whatever it may be, verbalize it to the person so that there is a clear understanding between you and them, and then you can move forward. So I wasn't always the most clear person. So that's what I mean when I say, are you the problem? Also, sometimes we get stuck in situations. And before I get there, shout out to everyone in the From My Experience podcast group. Looks like we're split 50-50. I posed the question, how often do you look at situations in your life and check to see if you're the problem? Half of the people said, I always check. And the other half said, sometimes. And then I had who, me? Problem? Never. Nobody said that. So at least everyone's acknowledging that, hey, sometimes I can be the problem. But it looks like some of y'all might need to do a bit more checking. But on a deeper level, sometimes you get stuck in life. And this goes back to my earlier point in my positive vibe of the week. Sometimes you get stuck in life. Sometimes you're not where you want to be. You're not where you want to be. You don't have the things you want to have. You're not surrounded by people you want to be surrounded by. And it's easy to blame others. Oh, if I didn't help this person out, this would have happened. Or, oh, this person didn't do me like this, then this would have happened. It's easy to make excuses and blame others. But you have the power to choose. Yeah, that was a dramatic pause. You had the power to choose, right? And with that power to choose, you can make major changes. Major changes. Everyone is not going to be happy with your choices. But you know what? I hit the wrong button. Oh my God. I have a new sound effect. I got to find another moment for it. I'm so mad. Everyone's not going to be happy with your choices. You know why? Because where you are and who you are right now is likely benefiting others. Whether you're the person that they call to vent to, whether you the hookup for something, whether it be a discount, maybe you the weed person, maybe you're the person who always down to drive, maybe you're the person with the big house that hosts all the kickbacks, all of that. There's just a lot of things that you might not even be aware of that you're doing that's benefiting others. But once you decide, you know what? I don't want to drive as much. Just put mileage on my car, and I was thinking about trading it, but my mileage done got so high that it's not worth what it used to be worth. Or I'm really an introvert, but since I got a nice house and I know, y'all places aren't as big as mine and y'all like to gather, I'm just nice, and, I'll let y'all come over and do this type of stuff, even though I don't really want to. Those types of things, right? Yeah, I give you my discount at work. I got to kind of hide it from my manager. Hopefully I don't get caught or get fired. But, I'm looking out for you. Or man, I got this career opportunity over here, 3 states away, but my family is like, well, what we gonna do without you? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? Or even deeper, I got a girlfriend or I got a boyfriend and I love this relationship, but I got an opportunity here or overseas, yada, yada, yada. I really want to explore it, but my relationship, I don't know. These are the type of decisions you got to look in the mirror and say, am I the problem? Meaning, what are you prioritizing? What are you prioritizing? Fear kicks in when people make you feel guilty. They make you feel like you are wrong for choosing what's best for you. And you know what? When you feed into that, you are the problem. You know why you are the problem? Because you have to be able to look those people in the face and look them in the eye and say, look, I understand your perspective. I understand where you're coming from. But just like I'm making this decision to better my life and better my situation, you're going to have to do the same thing. I'm giving you a heads up now. Now, it's different if someone is 100% dependent on you and you made a commitment. But if it's just, hey, you popping up every now and again, or you just happen to be around, that's different. All right. So when I say, are you the problem? What lack of action or is your inaction, your failure to act or decide, is it causing issues in your life? Is it? Because the other thing is someone may be in that situation benefiting off of where you are, who you are right now, and don't even realize how they're making you feel by quote unquote, for lack of a better word, mooching off of you or leeching off of whatever it is that you're doing, but you haven't verbalized it. You haven't expressed yourself. You kind of going along with it. People have made it the norm, but you know what?
I'll be damned.
I ain't doing it no more. Robert Wilson Jr., we not doing that anymore. I'm making the best decisions for me. You know why? Because I get one life and it's my life. And I get to choose. So you know what?
I'll be damned.
If you make me feel guilty for it, you know what?
I'll be damned.
If you try to shame me for it, and you know what?
I'll be damned.
If I'm going to be unhappy because you and your feelings,
I'll be damned.
that's over with, man. I'm done. Nobody can take care of you like you. Nobody's going to sacrifice for you like you. All right? So you might need to have some tough conversations this week, this month, this year. But I'm challenging you to look in the mirror and say, am I the problem? Really analyze the situations that you're in life. Look at your work situation. Did you ask for that promotion? When you didn't get the promotion, did you say, yo, can I have a meeting with you to find out why I wasn't promoted, what I can do to move up? Or if you're unhappy and there's another opportunity out there for you, why aren't you pursuing that? You unhappy where you are. You got options to move, but you choosing not to?
I'll be damned.
What's wrong with you? Why you not taking action? Why are you not moving forward? Why are you not saying what needs to be said? Why are you not doing what needs to be done? Why are you not holding that person accountable for their actions and words and impact that they're having on you?
I'll be damned.
We done with it, bro. We are done with that. And you can't just hold other people accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable when it comes to discovering the root of a problem. And here's the other thing. Once you find out that, the root of the problem, let's say the problem is you. If the problem is you, you need to really sit down and work on it. One of my biggest problems was I used to try to do everything. With the podcast, I tried to do everything myself. And it was a problem. I'm not a control freak, but I like to be in the know, and I have issues with people committing and then not holding up the end, and then at the last minute, I'm scrambling. I got tired of it. But I had to learn, all right, this ain't working. It's inefficient. I'm not the best, and I can't excel at any one thing because I'm doing too many. So you know what I did? I started outsourcing. Shout out to Erica Brooks. That was the first intern I had on the podcast. She's still with the show. I hired graphic designers. I outsourced to other friends, and I used Fiverr to create content and material for me because you know what? I can't do it all because when I try to do it all, I don't accelerate at any one thing and I'm stagnant. I was the problem. I let my past experiences hinder me from moving forward efficiently and effectively. And I had to stop and say, Rob, this is not working. You can't do everything. Yes, you've been burned in the past, but how about this? Allocate a budget to pay professionals who actually have stake and something on the line, who are passionate about these types of things, who love to do this. Pay them to do it. Pay them to do it. Stop worrying about, we don't need the homeboy hookup. We don't need the, I got you, I'll do it. People who just have nothing invested. They have nothing invested. Can't depend on that. Once I give you money, all right, boom. That creates a bit of a contract and an obligation for you. So I know you're going to get it done because you're going to want me to speak highly of you so I can refer you to others, so on and so forth. Your business keeps rolling. These are some of the things that we have to start doing, man. Shoot, even down to your personal health. If you're not in the type of shape that you're in, how are you eating? Are you a problem? How's your stress levels? Where's the self-care? Where's the self-care in your life, in your daily routine, in your weekly routine, in your monthly routine? There's 24 hours in a day. I be lazy most of the day. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm about to start hitting the gym again because I'm getting a little too fluffy. I still look good. Still, my clothes still fit well. Shout out to my brother Lawrence Inman. Break my fifth law. Check him out. Check him out, man. His fitness program got me down in weight and helped change some of my eating habits. So I was able to keep the weight off even though I was not working out, or I am not working out. But I'm going to get back to working out. I was the problem. I was fat. I was unhappy with the way that I looked. I was the problem. Well, I'm eating like this because I'm stressed. I'm doing this because it tastes good. Well, this makes me feel good. Yeah. All these things are quote unquote harmful, but I'm the one going out buying it and eating it. I was the problem. Creating more problems for myself. Nah, we done with that. Let's get in this fitness program. Let's run this fitness program. Let's get this weight off and keep the weight off. This is what I mean. Pushing yourself, taking yourself to that next level. It can be as easy as a sentence, an affirmation. What drives you? What motivates you? Do that thing. Do more of that, okay? So when I say, are you the problem? That's what I mean, y'all. I'm not saying you're problematic. I'm not saying you're toxic. Some of y'all are toxic. Some of y'all are. Some of y'all like to do things to people that you would hate for them to do to you. That's a problem. Some of y'all are saying one thing and doing another. That's a problem. Some of y'all just straight up lie about any and everything so you can look and feel a certain type of way in somebody's eyes. That's a problem. Some of y'all are dishonest up front so you can get the booty, or so you can get this hookup or promotion or discount or praise or opportunity. You're the problem. When things don't work out, you always play a role. Always. Even if it's a tiny role. I've been cheated on in 2 relationships. I played a role in both. I wasn't the one that cheated. I didn't really feel like I gave them a true reason to cheat. But when they broke down, like, hey, this is why and what had happened, years later, after the anger and hurt faded away, I said, you know what? I could have done this better. And maybe I would have caught it. Or maybe we would have just broken up and I wouldn't even had to have gone through that. Maybe I should have nipped this in the bud. So it doesn't mean you're the root cause. But I was like, moving forward, this how we moving. This is what we're going to talk about. This is where this conversation is going to go. You know why? Because
I'll be damned.
We're not going to keep repeating the same mistakes. For why? Why you want to keep repeating the same mistakes? So again, take advantage, y'all, of your power to choose. Take advantage of your power to choose. Yes, people are going to be unhappy, disappointed, upset. The guilt trips are going to come. They're going to open up the vault and pull out every single thing that they ever did for you and all the sacrifices and blah, 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 blah. And this is what I want you to say to them.
I'll be damned.
That's what I want you to say to them. All those things you did for me, you did them because you chose to do them. Maybe I asked for them, maybe I didn't. But it's time for me to make a decision that's best for me. Hopefully y'all are doing these under the right pretenses. The right pretenses. Meaning that these are genuine relationships. You're not scamming people. You're not lying to people to get what you want. You're not leaving someone high and dry in something that you should have been committed to. Fulfill your commitments. I'm not saying just abandon everything and tell everybody to kiss your ass because you feel like choosing yourself. No. Always honor your commitments. See it through. But after you see it through, hey, keep it moving, all right? Whew. Let me holler at the black brothers. Black brothers, my strong brothers, my intelligent brothers, my handsome brothers, my durable brothers, my unique brothers, kings. I am seeing a huge influx of black men using their voices, and I love it. I love seeing black influencers speaking about things from a male's perspective on social media and putting it out there, and not in a toxic way. How we feel about relationships, how we feel about courting women, how we feel when we get rejected, how we feel when we get played, how we feel when we get cheated on, how we feel when we're left out of pictures and moments with our family, how we feel when we're not acknowledged for the accomplishments and achievements that we contribute to in people's lives, how we are overlooked in the entertainment world, how we are overlooked in so many other different fields, and how we are put down because other people feel like they need to put us down so that they can be celebrated. Thank you for continuing to speak out against it. And thank you for continuing to remain positive and be motivating factors for me. I love it, man. I'm seeing a huge shift, man. A huge shift of men just speaking up. And shout out to the ladies, man. Y'all are starting to listen. I really see the ladies out here starting to listen and starting to shift the conversations and asking men these types of questions on their platforms and giving men an opportunity to speak without being interrupted. I love it. Everything doesn't have to be an argument and a fight. So my message for you good brothers, continue to use your voice and speak up and speak out. People say happy wife, happy life. Throw that in the trash. Happy spouse, happy house. You deserve happiness too. You deserve comfort too. You deserve peace too. If you're with someone that has you so uncomfortable to speak your mind that you just take it on the chin and say, oh, I'm a man. I'm supposed to do this. If you are in that situation, I challenge you to reevaluate your situation. You should not be afraid to speak your mind for fear of an argument or conflict. That ain't right. You should be able to have meaningful, clear, coherent conversations with whoever you're with. That could be friendships, work, wherever. Any type of relationship or connection. You should be able to do that. Your voice should be heard. If your voice is not being heard, reevaluate that situation. I do not hang or stay in places where my voice isn't heard. If my voice is not heard, you're not a part of my life. I don't care who you are. Because I don't do one-way relationships. My opinion, my voice, my thoughts, and my feelings matter. If you don't like it, kick the largest of rocks. I won't tell you to do it barefoot. Put on a sock. But you can kick rocks. You don't have to be in those situations, black man. You don't. Trust me. There are people out there for you that get you, that understand you. Gonna have to go out and find them, but they out there, all right? That's all I got for y'all. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you, man. Just trying to keep it short and sweet this week. But shout out to all of my friends once again for just being positive influences. Shout out to y'all for making choices that are best for you. And just shout out to y'all for all the positive change I'm seeing in your lives. I see the affirmations and the stories and the smiles and the transparency, man. You know, you're letting people know, hey, I'm having a rough day or I'm having a rough time, but I'll be all right. I love to see it. Thank y'all for the continued support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank y'all for sending people my way to be interviewed on the show. We got a couple interviews coming up soon. We're going to keep it rolling. Looking for another movie or show that I can do another review on with a good friend. Can't wait to do that. Those have been fun. Still working on the masterclass. When the masterclass comes, I will have a special code for listeners where y'all can get a discount. So if you're out there and you're thinking about starting a podcast, or you know someone who's thinking about starting a podcast, I highly recommend you send them my way. Let them listen to the show. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We almost 270 episodes, so I've been doing this for a hot minute. And I got a lot of experience that I would like to share. All right? So until next time, take care of yourselves physically, mentally, financially, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.